Hello.
My mic wasn't working. I was sitting here talking to people. I was like, hello, and my mic just wasn't working.
Oh,
Hello, everybody.
you're
Welcome
being
back.
silent.
No, yeah, I thought it was just me. I thought I had this great idea. I was like, I couldn't get the music to work, so I thought, I know, I'll play the music on my phone, on my mic, but I don't know if my mic was working. So, oh no, they said, yeah, music. There we go. It did work. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
I didn't hear it.
No, because my mic wasn't being picked up by Roll20. But we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of the D&D show. Suppose we just go straight back into it. Quick recap. You've followed the trail up from the ambush, goblin ambush, hunting down Gundren and Sildar. You've come across a cave entrance where you've ambushed. This time you've got the ambush on a couple of goblins and pretty efficiently took them out. It did take you a couple of turns to do so. Unfortunately, the surprise round was largely wasted, but you still managed to get the drop on them and take them before they were able to do anything at all. So here we are, guys. We're back into it. So what do you like to do? Don't worry too much about moving your pieces around. If you just tell me where you want to go and I'll clear it off, and if we get to a combat bit, then we can move the pieces up. Otherwise, yeah, you threw the goblins in the bushes. Are you going to go in deeper?
I think we must.
I think we do.
Cool.
I think, do we want to go in formation, or do we want to have a scout, or what?
Good question. I would, as always, like to stay back because...
I do have... I seem to remember having something about seeing in the dark quite well.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Is that
dwarf,
right?
aren't you?
Yeah, so half-elf, Millicent, and a dwarf, hill dwarf, Burr. You may be able to see in the dark.
Dark vision, 60 feet.
Cool, so you can see in the dark. Half-elf, Millicent, can you see in the dark?
Yeah, dark. Yeah,
So it's just poor old Scapes, the...
I can't see nothing.
Can't see anything. So I'd assume that you probably want Burr to kind of maybe scout a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can always give you light once we know what we're doing.
If you need it. It's not quite pitch black, so you'll be able to see a couple of feet in front of you. So if you stay close up the rear, then you should be able to see them.
Yeah. I'll stay close to Millicent, so if she starts fighting, I know to fight.
Cool. Okay. So don't worry about moving your pieces too much just at this moment in time. As you come up into the entrance, let me just explore that. As you go in, it does get steeper. You can see that this is a ever so slight incline going up here, and there's a tunnel going off there. And you'll also see what Millicent heard earlier on. So in there are some walls that are tied up to stalagmite from the ground. I believe it's called.
Yeah, tights go down.
Tights go down. So they're all chained. So there's like a bolt, and they're all chains in there, and they are gnawing on some bones. Okay. Just inside the cave mouth, a few uneven stone steps lead up to a small, dank chamber on the east side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals, savage snarls, and the sounds of rattling chains greet your ears where 3 wolves are chained up inside the opening. Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod driven into the base of a stalagmite. So that's what you see if you get up to about there, basically. They can't get to you. They haven't really noticed you as much yet.
What do you think, guys? Do we think these are a threat?
Burn them.
As they're chained up.
Depends how long the chains are.
Yeah.
Depends if you want to explore that room or if you want to keep them going.
Yeah. See, because there looks like there might be a little hole at the back of the room. I don't want to get up there and then find a load of wolves somewhere else, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good spot. Let me just explore that a little bit for you. So there does appear to be, from where you are, it does appear to be like it's all gravelly. What looks like an old burnt-out fire. You can just about see there because you've got the good dark vision going on. You can see lots of rubbish piled up in there: bones, apple cores, bits of rubbish and stuff like that. Old bits of food. But you can see that maybe it might go up, like there might be a chimney there going up.
Okay. Do you think we should take these out then?
I'm not sure. We need to do something with them, don't we? Because they're going to make noise.
Yeah, they might notice us going past. Yeah.
Well, it's either we keep quiet, because if we attack, they're going to start barking or howling.
Yeah. Well, we ain't going to get in that room without them hiding. Yeah.
The chains are quite short, so they can only just really get around that stalagmite. They can't. So if you're safe from where you are, you reckon you can go in and have a look, see if there's anything in there.
I could.
Do you know what we could do? We could just set an ambush and make the wolves make noise. See if anyone comes.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah.
Right, we
And
could
then
hide in
we
the rubbish.
hide outside.
We could hide in that rubbish.
Inside the cave.
Well, I mean, they'd be barking, but if we're inside the rubbish, if anyone comes down, we'd cut them up.
Bottleneck them in. I like it.
Sounds like an idea. Are we going to get in there without setting off those dogs, though?
Probably not. So maybe if we're going to do it, we kind of got to commit once we're in the room. You know what I mean?
Well, that is the commotion, I suppose, isn't it? Fighting the dogs.
Yeah. So we need to run in and hide in the detritus.
And I'll tell you what. If they're tied up, did you say they're tied up or chained up?
Chained.
Chained. That's a shame because, see, once those people came in, if they started going for the people, we could have let them off. But I don't know if we could pull that off, to be honest. But I still say, just jump in the rubbish, hide, and attack whoever comes. That's just because it will be fun or funny.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
I'm down.
Yeah. So.
Is it possible, God?
You can certainly try, yeah. I mean, they're starting to take notice of you as you're outside, kind of discussing whether or not you want to go in or stay outside. So they have started to take notice of you, and they're growling a little bit, but they're not, they can't get at you.
So it's yes or no now, then, basically.
So it's up to you.
Let's do it.
They're starting to.
Let's go.
Do it. Dive into the.
I'm going to try and run past them.
As you try and run past them, they do go for an attack.
Okay.
They could try and bite at you. So let's just go for... one of them's around the back, so a couple of them. Who ran in closest to them just first then?
Me.
Gavin on the top, yeah, Burr. So...
should I move my guy? Or was that on purpose?
That's okay. So as you run past them, they try and bite at you. And one of them is going to hit you, unfortunately. So it's going to hit you, but the other one snaps and misses for 6 points in total against Burr. You've managed to get past him. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to decide what you want to do, or we'll go into combat. We'll go into roll to initiative. So it's really up to you whether you want to try and calm them down, or whether you want to just try and slaughter these dogs or run away or what. But they're going at you and they're rattling those chains. They're trying to get at you. They're growling and they are starting to bark and pull at those chains. Those chains are really, really rattling.
I think the aim is to make noise, but for us to try and hide.
Yeah.
At the back of the cave, hopefully.
Also, can I just quickly lay hands on birds and heal him?
Yeah, I'll know it.
Yeah, so I'll heal him for all of them now. This will be fresh.
So they're all pulling those chains. One of them looks like it's about to come loose.
Right, I think we're going to have to take these dogs out then, aren't we?
Or
Yeah.
we fall through that crack.
Placate, placate, whatever the word is. Yeah, you could try offering some food, make an animal handling check. You could try to calm them down in some way and distract them.
We're going to try attacking a mistake or something.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
You've got rations, so I mean, the rations would be for like long distance. It'd be like dried meats and bits of bread and stuff. But you can try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to chuck a bit of jerky on the floor to the far side of the cave.
Go for
Just
it.
to stop that one from pulling on its chain. When you say go for it, what am I doing?
Yeah, you roll an animal handling check to see
Animal
whether you
handling.
can placate one of them. That's the wrong word, but I'm going to keep on using it. 13 plus
Plus 2.
15.
Yep.
So the one that was really pulling at those chains at you is nearly coming loose. Is really close to you. You throw a little bit of dried meat down at him, and he takes it and he does sit down. He paws on it and he starts nibbling at it. The others are still going at you, but so far they are not successful at all in trying to pull away. The other one, for now, is slightly distracted. For how long? Who knows?
Are they barking?
Yeah, they're growling and barking and maybe not howling, but they're snarling more. They're wolves. They're not really barking as such. It's more like a.
Do you want to check the other end of this passage, Bert?
Right. So when you're up
Just
that
like
end,
with
if you can
yourself?
see, that is a chimney that goes directly up, straight up. You could possibly climb up it if you wanted to. It's filled with rubbish and detritus and bits of rotten meats and bones and stale bits of bread and apple cores and things like that.
Nothing interesting.
No.
Oh, well.
But
now we seem to
could,
be
in theory, climb up.
Wolves then.
Yeah.
Or you can kill the wolves. You could try and free them. You could let them go. You could just run back past them. You could try and throw some, like I said, loads of meats up, maybe up in the corner and get back out. Or, like I said, you can just slaughter some defenseless animals.
Yeah, I think we should try throwing some more jerky in there. What's your animal handling like, Scapes?
It's just +1. It's not
Yeah,
great.
same here.
But do we want to climb up and see what's up here, or do we want to? I could chuck some more jerky at them if you want to check at the top of the thing. Can he? I don't know how much is a climb. Like,
if you stick your head up there, you won't see much. But one of the guys with dark vision see it's quite high, maybe about 30 feet. You could. It's big enough that you could all climb up it, but would require some skill checks.
Yeah,
especially when potentially you've got walls nipping at your heels.
This tunnel is going up there, isn't it?
Yeah. As we came into the cave entrance, we've seen the rest of where we've seen the direction that the stream goes.
Yep, it's going up, and it is going ever so slightly up as you go in. There's a slight gradient, yeah, and you did see some steps as well as you went in. As it bent round the corner, it does start to go up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I can do as well is if we were to go up this and try and climb it, I can bless us, which would give you guys a D4 each to use on a saving throw to say if we didn't get it. So I could bless the journey, so to speak.
Okay.
But that's just, whatever you decide, that's also an option.
So what you're saying, we should see what's going on up this chimney, yeah?
Well, I think this is going up this chimney. It's going up to where they chuckle their crap down in the main hall. So I've got a feeling if we can get up there quietly, it's whether we can actually get up there or not. That's the thing.
All right.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
But I'm thinking we're going to come out right round near their dinner table. That's what I'm thinking.
I'll give it a go. I'll start trying to climb.
Can I bless you? Can I just say a short prayer?
Of course.
Okay, Eonway, please protect us and getting our money back from these scroungy, horrible bastards. Amen.
Lovely.
Amen.
So you are blessed. As you're doing that blessing, however, another one of these wolves manages to yank his thing free, and he's now going to go and attack you. So I will roll initiative because this one. We've got was that 8, 3, and 4. Don't forget to add on any modifiers you've got as well on your sheet for your initiative too.
Mine's actually -1. So.
Okay, cool. So yeah, one of them's just yanked itself free and it's coming at you. But you've got an opportunity to try and do something, Gavin. So again, like before, you could try and distract it quickly, or you can attack it.
Chuck a chair.
Yeah, I'm just going to attack it. Get rid of these wolves. Yeah. I'll chuck some detritus at it. Right. D20. 10 plus
5.
5.
That's a hit.
Yep. And damage.
D8 plus
D8.
3.
Plus 3.
4 points. It didn't like it, but it's still coming at you. This one at the back is pulling on its chains, but it can't get to you. And then this one, I'm gonna say, can't quite get you where it is. It's the one. This one is the one that you already have fed at the top here, and it's finishing the food off, realizing that its friend, pack member has just been attacked, and it gets up, it goes, lunges at you. It broke off of its chain last time already, didn't it? It did, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it does manage to come in for a nip at you, Gav. Burr. So it will actually get you. and do you for another +2, 5 points of damage. Another bite at you. You pissed him off. Millicent.
Okay.
Innocent animals, my arse, mate.
I'll try and get a bolt into this one's face. It's a little smiley face. 13.
That's a hit.
All the way.
Which one are you shooting at? The one that's Burr already hit, or the one at the back?
I was looking for just line of sight, really. Oh no, the furthest
well,
one
you
away.
can move. I mean, you could just take a step out there and shoot.
Okay.
The one at the back there is still tied up, so at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Isn't a threat.
With you, okay, yeah. So definitely, I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Roll for damage.
2, so 6 points of damage.
Doesn't like it. You get it right in the shoulder, and its bolt is sticking out, but it's still hanging in. It's now its turn to go back, and it doesn't know what to do really, whether or not to go and bite Gavin, which is what it was originally intending on doing. But I think you've distracted that shot. It's going to come down and try and bite you back. That'll be a natural 20.
Oh, these fucking wolves are rolling well.
Yeah, no, they're not doing too bad. So natural 20. So it's going to be 12 points of damage as it jumps up at you and bites you in the wrist. You've still kind of got you got a crossbow, so you got your crossbow out, and it's jumped up and bit your arm. Oh no!
Wait, was that me?
That was you, Millicent. 12 points.
Shit, sorry. I thought someone else did that.
No. Escapes. This wolf just jumped in front of you and bit your friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Finish.
Can I use a lay on hands on Millicent
You can.
and still attack?
No, that would be your action.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to attack this bitch then. To be honest with you.
What spells did you take?
Ones that I've got preps are bless, cure wounds, or divine favour. So I've got a cure wounds.
That's an
as well.
action. There's another one, healing word, which I think is a bonus. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think cure wounds is an action.
Well, yeah.
Don't worry about me just yet. I've got some stuff.
You're all right for now, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I owe you a little bit of healing as well. So yeah. So I'd like to go right for the back left leg of this fucking wolf here.
Roll to hit.
Yeah, hit DC. Yeah, that's right.
You hit it.
Indeed. Wicked. We've got 1d8 plus 3.
You kill it. It's only got 1 hit point left. So it's just about how much you kill it. 7. Nice. Yeah. You go for that back leg and you pretty much just crush. You cut it in half and it dies.
Can I move 5 foot as a button?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Can I move there, please?
Yeah. Burr. So there's another one, the one that actually bit you last time, just to your north.
Yeah, I'm going to attack.
Growling and shouting at you. Barking.
Yeah. He's going to get a slap with my rapier.
That's a hit. Nice.
That is a hit. Plus my d8. 5 plus 3.
8 points. Nice. You stab it in the neck. Still standing.
Is it still alive? Can I use my sneak attack?
So for the sneak attack, you need to have advantage on the roll, which you don't have at this time because it's not flanked. No. Okay. Do you want to use anything else, or use your
I can use my cunning action, can't I, to
Yeah.
disengage? So that means I just move, yeah.
Yeah. So you can just move. You can go through a friendly space when you disengage. Okay. This wolf is still technically chained. Still is chained, but he's now close enough to bite Burr. So that'll be a miss. It snaps at you, but the chain's just put on it. It can't quite get at you. Can't really do anything else. This one here will come down and try and bite you in the back.
You meant escapes, didn't you?
Escapes, sorry, yeah, not Burr, sorry. And that's going to miss because your AC is ridiculously high. Even with advantage because it's behind you, it's still going to miss you, unfortunately.
It's going to break some teeth on your armour.
So that brings up Millicent.
I'm just going to dump a nice cure wounds on myself. So 10.
Hey.
Nice. You going to move?
Not so bad.
There's not much. There's many places you can really go.
I'm sticking to the wall.
Okay. Escapes up. One in front of you, one behind
cool.
you.
I'm going for the one that isn't chained up.
So the one behind you. Go for it.
Yeah, okay.
Nice, that'll do
17.
it. Finish him.
D10, isn't it? Sorry,
D8.
Oh, D8's just one-handed, though.
I'm assuming you're using it.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yes,
Got your
I
shield.
am. Yeah. Yes, I am, yeah. 11.
Oh, again,
Nice.
you just kind of swing round. It went to bite you last time and missed you, and as you noticed it, you've just swung round, chopped off, and you didn't even look where you was hitting really. You just used sheer strength just to break its back, crushes it.
Yeah.
Burr, you're up.
Right.
Destiny, you want to do anything else? James, did you want to move or do anything?
Have I got a disengage, have I?
You don't have a disengage.
I can move.
You can move. You'll incur an attack of opportunity, but you could also, I don't know if you've got any bonus actions, you can do anything.
Oh, no. Actions, spells, or anything. No.
Okay, that's fine. So you're just going to plant yourself down there. Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Burr, Gavin, you're up.
Yep, I'm going to duck into here and then attack
Nice.
the wall.
You will have advantage on this roll. You flanked it. So you roll your 2 d20s, take the higher result. Nice. You take the higher, which is the natural 20.
Yes.
Did you want a natural 20 and a natural 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Could
pretty
not be
crazy.
more. Yeah.
Well done.
And
So roll your dice. So you've got a D8.
28. 3 plus 5.
Is 8.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, as we discussed last game, I will give you the full 8 for the critical dice roll. So you just sneak up on it. It's distracted. It's trying to get at escapes that it can't get at him, and you just come in and you just sneak right up it, and you don't know, where do you stab it? Straight up the pupper. You just spear it. You just spear it right up the backside.
Bum stuff. Yes.
Because it's kind of like
bum stuff, sorry.
kind of like that, and you just spear it right up there. Nice. He's dead.
Is it dead? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Done. Out of combat. So you can go back to your plans now.
How much noise did that all make?
We didn't get attacked yet, did we?
Pardon?
No, yeah.
Do you think we should hide in the rubbish one more time?
I think we just, I'm saying pursue our whatever we're going to do.
I think that we need to get into that tunnel, and we need someone to go up there and peek their head over.
Right.
I'm happy to give that a go.
Up the chimney, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go investigate. There's not enough rubbish that all three of you could hide under it, unfortunately. If that was your original plan, that wouldn't really kind of work. But you could definitely try and sneak yourself up the chimney if you wanted to, or you could go out, back up the tunnel and try and explore somewhere else.
Go on, Bo, I'll give you a leg up.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Well, it's Burr's choice, because he's the one who's got to do it.
Brilliant. Okay, so you can certainly try and climb up, but I will need a check. So that would be.
Can I just say, I just want to stand at the bottom while he's climbing, so if he does have to let go, I can catch him.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll have to do an acrobatics check or an athletics check, or.
Yeah, athletics. Athletics or I don't know. I don't really know if you can climb up there acrobatically. I think it would be athletics.
Okay. Right. So roll a d20 for that, yeah?
D20, add on your athletics.
6 plus 1 is a 7.
How long does the bless last for? What was the bless?
It lasts
Oh,
for
yeah,
1 minute, so. Is it gone, Blue?
Okay, so somebody said that you were going to give him a foot up. So you could try and give him a foot up, and you just can't. You scramble, and you just can't get a foot in up there, and you just slip back down. But that's about it. You can try again.
Sorry, Luke, we was asking about
Worth giving it another go?
the bless.
The bless, what's the question?
How long is it supposed to last?
Should be on.
Set is 1 minute.
1 minute. So yeah, you're still just about there, and the combat, each round 6 seconds. You used 1 round, so you're fine.
So what does the bless do?
Means you can add.
It adds the 1d4
to any.
Right. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, to any saving throw or wait, let me just check it. Makes an attack whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends.
Oh, okay.
It is a saving throw technically, isn't it?
No, it's not a skill check, so it wouldn't be applicable to this situation. So I'll allow you to say that you.
Which is why I used it.
Yeah, so that's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll say you didn't cast that because you'd have known it wouldn't mean any good in this situation.
We're learning.
That's fine. So you can save that for another time.
Yeah, I'll give him a leg up.
Yeah, so you're going to try again, get another leg up, so it gets that D20 roll again. I'll give you advantage on that first roll. Maybe I should have done this last time. If you're getting assisted this first time, then you can have advantage on this roll.
Right, okay, so I'm rolling again, yeah?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. It's your decision.
Another 6.
Another 6.
Yeah, you've got advantage, though.
You've got advantage, so roll again.
It's another 6.
That's better. So yeah, so with Scape's giving you this leg up this time, you managed to, you know where you went wrong last time. You look around, you find a handhold, you pull yourself up, and you do move up there a bit, but not very difficult. So basically, not a lot rather. So basically, you move half your speed up there. So if your speed is 25, you would move. It's half your speed rounded down. So
12 and a half.
12 and a half.
10.
12 and a half. 10, 12 feet.
I just realised we're giving a leg up to the dwarf to go up the thing.
Yeah.
You're
Surely I threw him up there.
So good. It's some kind of pub name in there somewhere. So you're about halfway.
Yeah, might as well keep going.
Okay, so roll another D20.
I'm just going to keep an eye on the doorway to the cave.
Okay.
Just as a point of order.
Another 6, fuck me.
6. What's your modifier on that?
+1.
So 7 in total. Okay. You just can't find any good place to grip. You try and pull yourself. You slip a little bit, but you manage to stay pretty much put. You don't go anywhere.
Okay. Might as well keep trying to go then.
Keep going.
Yeah.
There you are.
16.
Good. Hey, there we go. So again, you managed to move another sort of 10 feet. You reckon that you're nearly there. You're 2/3 of the way up.
Nearly there. 7
so
+1, 8.
You, again, it's just you try and rush it. Can't quite find where you're going. You slip a little bit. You manage to hold on to your original handheld. You don't fall. You don't go. You kind of stay still. You can try again if you want. I mean, I'm sure this is very exciting airwaves, but
yeah. I think I've got a roll 18. That must have done it right now.
That would do it, yeah. So you do manage to get up the last bit. You climb up top into, you can see an opening into another room. And then let's just open this up for you. So what you can see in there is another room. Right in front of you is, so there's a couple of stalagmites in there right in front of you, blocking your view to really anything that you can see. You can roll me a perception to see what you can see. What you can see is firelight. There is a campfire in this room, and you can hear some talking and grumbling. What languages do you speak?
Languages only Common and Dwarvish.
Okay, yeah, so you don't recognise any of the language being used in there. It's rough and you don't quite. You might recognise it, but but you can't understand it. If you roll me a perception, and I'll show you what you can see, because at the moment you're just on the. I mean, have you scrambled right into the room, or are you just peeking your head up over?
I'm just peeking my head up at the moment. Okay, so perception +3. So I need to roll a D20 again, yeah?
Yeah, just to see whether you can.
12.
12. Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. So you can see quite clearly past those stalagmites from looking at it. There's a campfire in the middle of the room, lighting up the room. You can hear talking, but you only see one person. Now, what you see, you would know instantly, because everybody knows what they are, as a bugbear. So a bugbear is kind of like a big hairy goblin. They're covered in like their hair is more like bristles like porcupine. They're quite thick, pointy hairs. Let me see if I've got some art to show you. Here.
Is there a lion in the way as well?
That there is a wolf, but it's a big wolf, bigger than the ones that you saw down the bottom, and it's just sitting there, kind of sleeping by the fire. And this character at the back here, the bugbear is talking to something in the north of the room that you can't quite see, and but like I said, you can't tell what they're saying, unfortunately. Right?
Cool.
Oh yeah.
If you can see that fella, that's what it looks like. So you see it's hairy, but it's thick hair. It's like a massive goblin, muscly, brutish.
Goblin cute.
Yeah, and they're tall. It's like 6 foot tall, and it's sitting in a makeshift throne, basically. You can just about make out next to it some what looks like crates and stuff like that.
Okay, can I call down to my companions?
You can
Or will that's going to alert someone, knowing it?
do anything you want. It's the beauty of the game.
I don't like the look of it. I think there's this wolf's big. Those 3 wolves gave us enough shit, and that bugbear looks like a big boy. I'm going to climb back down.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this was
an action to do that.
Yeah, you can do that. Make a couple of rolls just to make sure you don't slip and fall.
Yeah.
Just for fun, shits and giggles.
11.
Yep, you move 10 feet. Give me another one. Move
14.
another 10 feet, and then last one. See if you could land safely.
1.
The last 10 feet you miss, and you do fall the last 10 feet, and you will. Was somebody underneath you? I believe.
Yeah, Scapes was underneath.
Scapes was underneath you. So what I'm going to do is I'll split the damage. So you will take 1 point of damage each. I rolled a 2, so I'll split that between you. He softens your fall.
Yeah. Ow! Damn heavy for us wolves.
They're squat fellas, aren't they? Sturdy. Fat bastards.
Yeah. Heavier than they look, anyway.
So yeah, that was no go, guys. There was a bugbear up there and a big ass wolf, and those guys just gave us a kicking. So
Shit.
Right, well, okay, it looks like we're going to just have to fight this out the proper way and go around the normal way. I think this is kind of a ninja entrance to this dungeon.
Perhaps
Like,
a quick escape if we get up here.
If we were all rogues.
Yeah.
But as it stands, we have been pretty good at fighting. It may even be worth taking that short rest. I know it sounds silly. We can just make some wolf noises. They can think it's us. No.
I feel like bottleneck trying to attract some attention down here is still not a bad idea. I don't know.
I mean, like, how much damage has anybody really taken? Is it worth taking a short rest and risking getting, found?
No, that was only for my spells until I realised that I can't do that anyway.
I'm on 12 at the moment, my hit points.
Out of 18. You're doing okay.
Yeah, which I'm doing all right, yeah.
Always doing okay until you're not.
Oh, yeah, because now we'd actually have to climb back up there. And you think we've all got a roll, that would be damn hard, especially with me.
Yeah, but you've got ropes and things like that. So if you get up the top stealthily, you could potentially help each other.
Drop down a rope, yeah.
What I'm worried about is we attack that way, and then whatever was in the tunnel that we've managed to miss going that way is going to come running up.
Potentially. Or do you try and do it a bit more stealthily so that's kind of like where, obviously, the boss is. Do you try and stealth in, see if you can find your friends? Are they then sneak out again with unseen? Or
I don't think Scapes is going anywhere stealthily.
No.
Bless him, his armour's a bit too intense for that.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah, we all say the armour, but we know what it really is. It's too many vampires down at local market.
Well, you don't know what's in here. There's always that to bear in mind. Those wolves gave you a run for your money, a little bit. But I mean, Scapes didn't have any problem with them. It's just the other two are a bit more fleshy. But I mean, like goblins, so far you've just been slaughtering like they're nothing.
Yeah, that's why I kind of sometimes think maybe we should just rank up and just go. Like we've got the arrows coming from behind. We've got a scout. And we've got a grand paladin. So
you've got God on your side.
Yeah.
Well, my vote is that we can always run away, which is that'll be my trademarked catchphrase for this campaign. Can always run away.
Yeah.
So let's just go for it, and then if we get into some scrapes, then what are we here to do? We're here to try and rescue these fuckers. So
to make Neverwinter great again. That's what.
Let's do it.
I can see the baseball caps already.
So should we get back into the formation we were in? Was that the plan? I forget what we'd said.
I reckon with 15. I reckon with Burr 15 foot ahead, scouting it out in a stealthy manner.
Yeah.
And obviously, I've got to stay near you because my eyes are shit.
Yeah. Hand on my shoulder.
Yeah, but obviously maybe kind of next to you or in front of you. No, next to you because you're the arrow person.
Yeah.
So I need to be able to run forward.
No worries.
So we just move him this way.
That's fine. So roll me a stealth then if you're going to go out stealthy.
6.
6. So basically, as you go up towards round about where this bend is, you can see a bit further. You do have that 60-foot dark vision. So the main patch of the cave mouth climbs steeply upward, and the stream's plunging and splashing down its west side. In the shadows, a side passage leads west across the other side of the stream, which you can see there, over here, basically. In the shadows of the north, you can see. Roll me a perception.
10.
10. So you see this bridge coming across the top there, as you can see, from east to west. So the path goes under it, and that stream is going down from it. The further you get up there, the louder you hear the crashing of the water. It's getting louder and louder, like a waterfall coming from the top of this cave. What do you do?
Our men are on that bridge, across the bridge to the left.
Yeah. Sorry, you cut out in a minute.
Sorry, so you see what I've revealed for you. There's this bridge going from east to west there, across there, and the passage across there. And as you climb up, it's getting steeper here, and the water is running down, and you can hear it splashing and stuff as it comes down. The further you get up, the louder you can hear it pooling like a waterfall coming from the back of the cavern somewhere. What do you do?
I'll just carry on up the path, I guess.
Okay. And you guys are all going stealthily, I assume. So you give me some stealth checks.
6 plus 3, 9.
So you hear everyone roll me perception. That bridge, by the way, is about 20 feet above. So in the shadows of the ceiling to the north, you can just make out that dim shape. There's a rickety bridge of wood and rope crossing over the passage ahead of you, and another passage intersects this one. It's about 20 feet above the floor.
18 total.
Yeah, 18 for me.
Okay, nice. You can hear crashing of the water, splashing of the water. It's getting louder, and you're moving yourselves up, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we?
So the passage is suddenly filled with an almighty roar, and a huge surge of rushing water pours down from above in the rest of that cavern, just before you bend that corner. I need you all to make a saving throw to see what you're going to do. Can you cling on? It's coming for you, it's going to crash, and it's going to knock you and wash you out.
Nice.
7 total.
22.
Okay. And Scape's got a 12. And Millicent messed that one up. Okay. So the flood threatens all creatures in the tunnel. Scapes, you managed to grab on, you don't know what, you kind of dig your sword down and you kind of make yourself an anchor, and this water crashes into you, and it's splashing in your face, and you're struggling to breathe, but it's pulling at you, and you're just holding on to gripping something on the wall. You're not quite sure what you've managed to grab hold of, but you have managed to grip hold of something. Unfortunately, Millicent, you're not so quick and agile. If you roll me a strength saving throw to see if you two can grab on something as you're getting washed down, and Gavin, I'll come to you in a second.
11, no modifier.
No, so unfortunately you do just get completely washed out. You're knocked prone and you get washed all the way out of the cave. You are also, this is really strong, you're also going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and you get scraped and scraped and scraped all the way out until eventually you land outside and the water's just washing over you. Scapes, you're okay. And also, I've just moved you all the way out of the cave. Scapes, you're okay. You managed to save. So did you, Gavin. But I am going to move you back a little bit because you wouldn't have got that far when this came crashing down. But yeah, the water's splashing into you, pulling at you. But you managed to keep still. You kind of wedge yourself against the wall. You grab on stuff. It's hard, but you do manage to survive.
I can't see anything.
What do you mean you can't see anything?
No, not in real life.
Right,
Oh,
so I suppose I better go
So-
back and.
And at I think, and nearly 5 to 11. That's about as good a place as any to end and find out what happens next week.
Very soggy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, find out what happens next week. Do you know where'd that come from? Where did the water come from? What happened?
Didn't
Why?
expect that.
Yes. So there we go. You've explored some of this cave. Obviously, somebody's maybe has spotted you, and there's some kind of trap that they've set off, but you don't know. You've still got other places to explore from where you can see. Obviously, above you, the bridge, you've got two ways there to either side. And one would assume the pathway as it goes round to the right would probably take you to that bridge. There's also this pathway over here you've yet to explore, and obviously something knows that you're there. So what you want to do, you have a think about it. We'll find out next week. Boom, boom, boom. So otherwise, thank you very much everybody for joining us. All the people at home. I think we've had a solid sort of 10 viewers all night, which is pretty cool. I don't know how many exactly because 13 I think we've got at the moment. Looking at though, to be fair, one of them's me, so 12 maybe. But yeah, brilliant. So thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. It's rough around the edges. We're still all learning as we go along, so there's going to be a lot of talking about rules as we slow the game down, and we're trying to learn Roll20. But stick with us because we're going to get a lot faster as we go along. Guys, how do you think it went?
It was great fun.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, great.
Not smoother tonight. Cool. Enjoy it?
Too quick.
Too quick, it flew by. But
Yeah,
I mean,
went
last
very
week we
quick.
went all the way through to sort of like 11:30. I was like, I don't want to do that
Yeah.
again tonight.
Yeah.
So I thought before we get into what's probably going to be another combat, spoilers, probably best to stop it now because otherwise we'll end up going on for like another hour. So thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate it. So some sign-offs for everyone. I've been Luke. I've been your GM tonight. You can find me on Twitter at Lukey_baby86, or you can find the show at Show DnD. We're also on Facebook at Show DnD. And YouTube Show DnD as well, I think. So please do check out this video. I'll get uploaded to YouTube as well. So if anybody does want to watch it, and hopefully I've fixed the thingy so it should stay on Twitch for a week. I think it can only stay archived for about 14 days. I mean, you have to have a certain amount of people subscribed before you can keep stuff on there indefinitely. So if anyone who hasn't already subscribed to the channel, please do. I sound like one of those YouTubers, click like, subscribe, but we're not making any money of this. It's all just for fun. But thank you anyway. Gavin, let's go the other way this time.
Yeah. Twitter is Gavlar666, and you can find me on Instagram if you want to look at my stupid photos and stuff like that. It is, I believe, one moment. It is Gavlar666 Beer and Beards.
Beer and beards.
Beer and beards.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Jimbo.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I'm just
That's
here
cool.
exclusive.
You want to speak to James? You find us at Show D&D.
I'll send it to you.
Lisa?
You can find me on Twitter at _energy.
Cool.
And everything else is there. So.
And of course, like if you want to send us any messages, please do. Like on YouTube and stuff, leave any comments, any reviews would be great. I'm hoping at some point when I pull my finger out to try and edit this into podcast format as well. We'll talk about that more in the future, just because because I'm bored and don't know anything else to do, really. But I know personally I like to listen to podcasts when I'm on the go, so it'd be cool to it's free to do it, so why the hell not? So have a quick snout through the chat. Sean's still there. He's posted a little picture in the chat. I think that might even actually be his face with a little thumbs up. That's cool. Lucaroo, thank you. Shusel D, who again I think is David, but I'm not sure. Thank you. Psych Unsent. Don't know who you are. Maybe I do. Don't know. But thank you for tuning in. And Thack30 says it's a good session. And Psych Unset says looking forward to tuning in again as well. So we've got a couple of friends out there, even if it is just our nan, and that's cool.
Yay.
Thanks.
So stick around for the after party. See you later, guys.
Bye.
The D&D show would like to thank Sword Coast Soundscapes on YouTube for the music and sound effects used in this recording. Find him on Twitter at Sword Coast Sounds. Also a massive thank you to Lewis Gale for producing our amazing theme tune. Follow him on Twitter at LewisSW Gale. From all of us here at the D&D show, thank you for downloading this podcast. You're breathtaking. See you soon.